Good morning, everyone. Assalamualaikum. Thank you very much for sharing your time with me today. Macam kartun kan? Sekolah tadi kau ke? Tak kan? Okay. Anyway, siapa suka dengar cerita? Semua suka kan? Tapi now that we are older, we seldom hear stories, right? Right? So today, before we start, I'm going to tell you a story. And as far as I can, if you like, can I speak English or campur or bahasa Malaysia ke?
Campur.
Rojak?
Ya.
Okay. Yeah. This is the story of a butterfly. Okay. Okay. Watch first. Butterfly come from eggs kan? Then become caterpillar. After that become chrysalis is a cocoon or you call cocoon. Then one day become butterfly. Okay. Stop sekejap. One day there's this little girl. Dia jalan-jalan-jalan, dia jumpa satu kepompong. Found one cocoon. And what do you think this little girl do? Little girl take the cocoon home. And then dia tengok alamak kesiannya. And tolonglah. She took the scissors and she cut the cocoon. So the butterfly came out. You know the butterfly how it looks? Gemuk. The badan besar, kepak ronyok. You know why? Because butterfly from the kepompong, when there's a crack, it will struggle to come out. And then the liquid from the kepompong will go to the wings. That's why it becomes beautiful. Then badan dia kurus kan? What the girl did was, in between the process, the girl already cut the kepompong. So when the butterfly came out, no struggle, just came out. Kepak runyuk, kepak tak kering, badan gemuk. Boleh terbang tak? Tak boleh. So what I want you to know is, what you're going through now, changing from Panasonic to your new job, you're in the kepompong. So rasa takut kan? Sikit takut kan? Nervous kan? Sebab going to new challenges. But don't take it as a challenge because you are going to be a butterfly. Why? You see the first, when you struggle with your interview, I think we have senior staff here. We have 27 years, we have 23 years, we have 15 years, we have 5 years, we have 6 years, we have 2 years. So in this class here, we have a lot of experience. If you add up, almost 100 tahun, satu dekad, correct? So when you struggle, if we don't go for interview, we feel nervous, we feel scared. But when you're nervous, you already tutup. You already kalah. Shouldn't be nervous. And you're nervous because you are not prepared. You're not prepared. So if you go for interview, if you fail to answer, it's okay. The interview is your first practice. And for your information, interviewers are also nervous. You know why? Because they have to prepare questions to ask you. I have been an interviewer and also an interviewee. So when, for example, when I need to interview a receptionist, ask me whether I'm nervous. I'm nervous because I'm supposed to find someone to sit in front, represent the company. So that responsibility of the interviewer makes the interviewer nervous. Same thing, if you go for interviewer is nervous, you are nervous, both nervous. So what you need to do is gain your confidence. And how to gain your confidence? Be prepared. How to prepare? That's how we're going to learn today. Alright? And self-reliance. Akak can tell you a lot of things. Your parents can tell you a lot of things. Your colleague can tell you a lot of things. End of the day, who is responsible? Yourself. Right? Betul tak? Advice, notes I can give you, but the most important thing is practice. Alright? And growth. If you apply a lot of jobs and you find, alamak, dapat interview, kenapa ni? What is wrong? Why? Is it your problem? No. What you must do? Go through your resume. Some of you, I think, have gone to resume class. Those who haven't, maybe do your best to touch up. Macam makeup kan, touch up your resume, make it pretty, so that you can be pulled out from the pool for an interview. And that is important. To be selected is important. Then after that, you prepare for your interview. Patience and persistence. Patience means 500 application you might not get. But one day, if you prepare well your resume, you will get put out. And how you prepare your resume is read the qualification, what they need. Not one resume for all job. This job, read the resume, put in. Alright? So today what we're going to learn is how to conquer your nervousness. When you come today, were you nervous? Maybe a little bit, right? Correct, right? So I hope you leave this room less nervous. So before we jump in, there's 3 cards on each table. This card, okay? This card, right? We have a lot of emotion. What I want you to do is look through the cards. I give you 5 minutes. Select the one that describes your emotion, your perasaan. I have already translated English, Malay. Select how you feel. When you think of interview, how you feel. Go through it. 5 minit. 5 minit. A little music. How do you think you feel? Semua ada. Semua ada? Okay, never mind. Semua ada, but pick one for me. Pick one for me. Oh, 5 minutes too long. Dah? Dah? Oh. Is it okay if I call and ask what is your fear from the list? I will start with our youngest. Yes. You can sit.
Feeling nervous.
Nervous? Nervous. Can I ask why? Boleh.
Sebab even saya dah prepare pun, saya still akan nervous.
Oh, okay.
Okay?
Tetap nervous.
Sebab nervous.
Okay. Next. That is your main kan? Daripada banyak-banyak, this is your star nervous.
Yeah.
Dan yang kedua, Azira. Anxiety. Can you tell me why?
Risau apa bila kita interview tu, okey ke tak?
Jawab, masa jawab Oh. Jawapan okey ke tak? Betul? Farah next.
Self-doubt.
Self-doubt.
Tak sure apa yang orang tu nak, apa the qualification they want. Is it match with things that I present my resume or
Oh, unsure whether to fit or not. Qualification. Apa yang minat? Yang perlukan. Then we have Hasri.
Oh ya, aku paling tua. Aku paling tua.
Paling senior.
I feel sini kerja kat ni. Kerja usia.
Okay.
Kerja usia. Bukan. Ya sebab I tak tahu macam mana itu going.
Oh, how the interview going on? Here, unknown. Unknown. What happened? Good.
Dia jadi dia ambil kalau kamu tak biasa.
Boleh? Okay. Then,
Saya bagus.
nervous.
Dari bagus.
Kenapa nervous?
Sebab tak confident sangat. Tak confident lah, kurang confident.
Okay. Okay. Last we have Cik Azizat.
Okay, saya ada dua. Satu, saya nervous.
Nervous.
Sebab selama 27 tahun ni memang tak pernah pergi interview kan. So interview dekat internal company pernah lah, selalu lah. So kita akan macam mana kita nak baca interviewer punya karakter kan. Macam dia kadang-kadang dia boleh tanya kita soalan tu bukan mengenai job scope kita tau. Job scope yang kita minta. Sometimes dia kata kita tak nak tanya dia ni lah, kita nak tanya dia pasal background. Benda-benda yang macam tu. Sebab kita tahu karakter orang macam mana kan.
Guessing interviewer punya proses.
Sebab kita selalu interview orang, kita pun nervous tau. Macam mana, apa yang aku nak tanya dekat budak ni sebab kita tak tahu background dia macam mana. Kadang-kadang kita tanya background dia. Then dia ada satu confident. Confident tu kena go. Sebab kalau tak ada confident pun kita tak berani nak datang interview tu.
Okay. Interviewer ni confident to go. To go ahead
Nak tak nak kita kena pergi juga. So kita rasa kena ada rasa confident. Confident dapat tau. Confident kena pergi nak.
Okay. There's no right, there's no wrong. There's no right answer, there's no wrong answer. And everybody, I'm sure, the person who answered nervous is also with anxiety, self-doubt, fear, nervous. 1, 2, 3. We have 3 major, which is nervous. Why? Because the reason is you all are not prepared. So when you feel you're nervous, you will blank out. Betul tak? I have picked out 15 fears. What you all say are here. Okay? Yeah. Go through these. Here there's 15. Let's do a group activity. Alright? Out of here, this is your own. As a group, I want you to pick up one from here and think of how you can solve your nervousness. At least give me 3. Boleh? How to solve? Very simple. Actually the solution is with you. Only you tak terfikir saja. Alright? So as a group, grow idea, group up together. You will have 1 person 3 kan? You have 6 ways to, no, 3 times 3, 9. 9 ways to conquer your nervousness. But here actually is linked to nervous. Pick up from here. Alright? 5 minutes. I'll give you mahjong paper to write. Somebody has to join this, right? Okay, ready? Can write down. See, this one fear of body language. Step duduk tak betul ke, taruh kepala ke, sibuk dengan tangan ke, dengan handphone ke. Kan? Okay. Making good impression. This one quite related. Masuk je, duduk tanpa buat apa-apa.
Understanding question. Dia jawab lain, dia tanya lain, dia jawab lain. Jangan banyak-banyak sangat.
Dah short list
Okay. Macam ni, dia belum start. Dia kan kebanyakan kita boleh lalu. Tapi kalau tanya banyak, apa kita dah 30 tahun tu. Apa dia? Ya? Bila satu kan? Ke berarti satu? Jadi, bila satu ni? Satu, tiga.
Nak 3 pun boleh tak? 1 pun boleh?
Tak nak. Ranking out tak nak.
Ranking out mana? Interview tanya you duduk je. Yes. Idea ada.
Satu dia ni. Kak bagi contoh 3 lah. Tiga. Solution.
Okay, 3. Kira 3 tu. 3 ke 1 pun boleh.
So for each ni kena ada 3 solution.
Boleh buat 3.
Yes.
Free. Janji ada solution. Nak pilih 3 solution boleh. Nak pilih 1, 3 solution boleh.
Kata semua nervous kat sini. Seorang tak ada. Pilih apa nak tidur?
Ke nak satu group kan?
Taklah asing.
Asyik. Okay, lawan.
Tak nak kawan. Kita muda.
Oh, okay.
Pulang balik. Zina ada semua. Zina muda. Geng makcik saya ada tu. Satu. Satuan.
Tak. Boleh saya ada solution. Hafal je lah.
Ya, very nervous.
rasa nak buat apa? Kalau you feel nak buat apa?
Sebelum ini kena apa? Background dia apa?
Kalau jawapan Mas Melayu boleh tak?
Boleh?
Benar, tengah kalau satu.
Dia sambung berusaha lah.
Kalau
Sambung berusaha sambung.
Kalau tuan jelaskan, yang ni sikit.
Kita tak faham apa yang dia kata. Dia jawab malam kan? Kita tak dengar betul.
Right.
Dia tanya A, tapi you ingat B. Tapi you not sure. Tak apa-apa. Asyik tu baik.
Tipu ni, tiru ni. Tiru jawapan orang ni.
Kita tak kena isu tak tulis tau. Isu kita orang tampal. Kalau tak tampal jawapan tak sama.
Terus dia satu tu. Aduh, mesti sama bilik kan nak tiru orang tu.
Kau ada berapa? 3. Kita ada 4.
Wah, banyaknya tamak.
Sebab nervous.
Jadi kalau bulan, it's okay to be
Take a deep breath.
it's okay.
Sorry, take time.
Kecil dari dulu ada kita kecil dia tanya so you pun dah lot kami kat dia
Kita ada benda yang kita buat.
oh ya
Dia tak boleh ni, tak mandi. Tak boleh nak. Kalau tak nampak.
small
Standby.
dah research kan untuk itu dah research kan apa mungkin dah lama dah cantik small note jangan lama so even you know my company
And I'm so great.
okay tengok sikit you dah tak nak jawab kepala dah macam ni jangan lah you dah research so you dah baca lagi dah pandai
Saya nak minta perusahaan kerja, saya dah prepare. Saya dah prepare, saya perlukan perusahaan untuk CJ. Macam tu kan? Tak kena prepare juga. Lupa apa je kan?
sambil kepala memang nervous jadi blank
Kadang-kadang kita dah ready tapi kita perlukan masa. Ya, dia jadi dah. Kalau tadi dia jawab ni.
Repeat questions. Bagus. Tak ada correct, tak ada wrong. Tak ada correct, tak ada wrong. Don't worry.
Oh, tapi yang aku tak nyanyi sama.
Boleh.
Ina nak jawapan?
Jawapan dia exciting.
Okay, another 2 minutes.
Jangan takut, tapi mana yang ada yakin. Confident, mana pun takut. Confident. The question is not tak sampai to expectation. Apa answer? So macam sorry. Maybe I can contact you semua after I get ready. Okay lah, sorry. Tak ada mana ya. Ya betul.
So, the best thing is read your resume again and again because resume akan tak ada interview. So, when you read your resume, repeat and repeat, you won't feel this. Because you have the experience. Betul tak? Betul tak? Oh. Because takkan hantar resume pasal itu. Most people do that. Kita tak peduli resume kita. That is you. That is you. Resume kena baca lagi. Then you won't have this. Ni akan terus hilang sini. Tengok soalan sama. Satu saja. Boleh. Blanking out. Okay. Betul blanking out. Kita tanya soalan yang rasa sama tak tahu lah.
Kita terlalu nervous. Kita usually kita tak prepare. Kita terlalu nervous kan. Kita tak pernah quiz. Dan first kita akan masuk tak tahu.
How to manage that kalau you rasa nervous kan? What is the first thing you have to do when you feel nervous? Rasanya
Kalau pasal dia ayam.
yes.
Serius je. Kodang.
Sudah.
Jawab.
Kedua kan? Teman-teman sendiri.
Sendiri tak pasal cakap dengan dia. Sorry, should I take the ruler before I answer?
Time to think lah. Nanti.
Dia little time. Take a deep breath. This time answer.
When you do your resume, ambil masa kan? Lepas tu sebelum interview baca lah resume.
Apa yang request tu, saya tak update dengan
You can tipu satu hari, okay. Tipu seminggu. Dengan masuk kerja tu. Betul.
dah siap. Siap belum? Siap belum? Okey dah. Dah apa?
Okey, dah siap? Then we share dengan kawan-kawan. Jadi kawan-kawan you boleh tambah lagi point.
Apa jawapan kau itu? Jawapan sama.
Okey. Jemput, dua orang pegang, satu orang cakap.
Azri cakap aku
Azri cakap aku pegang.
Okay, lepas tu kita tepuk
Oh, itu kau punya solution tu. Banyak solution.
Okay, good morning everyone. Okay, ni kita our group punya solution. So kita ada tiga feeling, and it's a solution lah dengan tiga. So first, fear of appearing nervous. So our solution is first is a web pad. Second, standby notes to refer. And third is confident. Okay, second pula, fear of not having enough experience. So our solution for this phase is research company background, and then second is a tech challenge. That is read and repeat our resume many times. Ketiga adalah fear of misunderstanding question. So solution for this really is we ask the interviewer to repeat question, and then next is a focus. So that's all.
Good job, Kak Ina.
Focus on
Ya dalam
Kita tambah kat sini. Kita jemput grup kedua.
Kau baca lah, aku pegang.
Terus ada nyanyi ya. Okay. So we also chose three fears that we have for an interview. The first is fear of misunderstanding question. Sama macam group tadi.
Alright.
Solution kita pun sama. Request interview to repeat the question macam kita boleh ask sorry. I'm afraid that I will misunderstand this question. Can you repeat the question so I can understand better and answer it better? For the second issue is fear of blanking out. Macam bila orang tanya dia cakap tak boleh fikir apa. So solution dia kita boleh request interview cakap sorry, I am blanking out right now, just be honest. Dan say boleh tak kita nak take a breather. Macam tarik nafas, tenangkan diri. Kemudian kita relax dan kita beritahu sebenarnya kita dah prepare dah answer for this question, tapi we need a little bit more time. And then the last issue is fear of unexpected questions. Sebab dalam interview tu macam-macam dia boleh tanya, pasal kita, pasal kerja, anything dia boleh tanya. Bila kita dapat soalan yang tak boleh dijangka, kita just cakap oh sorry, kita tak prepare, kita tak jangka soalan yang akan ditanya, tapi kita cuba jawab, dan harap kita cakap dia, kita harap dia boleh accept kita, kita boleh meet dia punya expectation untuk soalan. Nampak ni ada video mana? Tak bagi. Sini je lah. Let's get kau portrait. Kenapa sih? Kenapa sini?
Okay. Thank you very much. There's one comment. There's number 2, blanking out. Do you think it's okay to tell I'm prepared but I'm blanking out? I want the general opinion. If you are the interviewer, I'm the orang yang datang interview kan. You ask me question, then I sit down. I'm sorry, I know the answer but I'm blanking out. Do you think you should say, I want the general consensus? Boleh cakap tak?
Tak.
Okay, it's better not to. Because when you say you are prepared, yet you're blanking out, that means you're not prepared. Don't it so
Negative thinking dekat interviewer punya
yes.
feeling tu.
Maybe don't that one I don't agree, but generally I think it's not very wise. This one maybe this part. Telling the interviewer. So you already have a minus point there. Okay? It's not wrong, but honest is okay, but sometimes we have to tipu sikit lah.
Jangan sembarang, jangan jujur sangat.
Okay, out of all, I see that you have common, you pick up the common thing. Fear of blanking out, fear of not having proper experience, and misunderstanding question. Why? Misunderstanding question because you are not focused, you are not there. So the interviewer, if it's one-to-one, it's one-to-one. So how can you misunderstand? Correct? Unless kepala you dah in Penang, but the interview is in Pasir Gudang. You lost kan? You ask something but, I'm sorry. What did you say just now? The interviewer, they definitely, budak ni kenapa lah, apa jadi? I already say 2 times tapi tetap tak tahu. Betul? You're not focused. Betul? Okay. Then well prepared, okay. How can you well prepare? How to well prepare? Well prepare is easy to say. How to well prepare? Research the company. Let's say you're working for Panasonic. Panasonic reopen next year, 2025. How you well prepare? I'm going to interview you for ISP. How to prepare? Research, right? What is the vision? What's the mission? What do we produce? How many years here? Then you will gain that confidence. When you have that confidence, everything else akan hilang. The rest all tak ada, no problem for you. First thing when you look at JobStreet, LinkedIn, Rice Bowl, they have the job here, the qualification, and what else? Age and all that kan. Most important is the requirement. Read that and go into the company website and read exactly what they are doing. So they know that you come prepared. You know everything about the company. When established, where's the key product. If I'm the interviewer, wow, budak ni lagi bagus daripada I punya staff 10 years. Dah pass. If you don't do that research, that extra thing, and just normal je, yes, okay, out of 10, they already put you aside. Try to be different from others. Do that little extra. Right? So if you're nervous, standby notes. Okay, standby notes. The previous class asked, can they bring notes? Can you take notes in interview? Can or cannot? Can, but do it not so obvious. You have your certificate kan? And you research this company. Can you remember everything in your head? Quite impossible.
Rasanya tu tak ada masa nak tengok notes lagi.
Okay.
During the depan face to face kan.
Don't write long notes, key points. Let's say the vision. Let's say interview for Hershey. What is Hershey's slogan? Apa? Panasonic ideas for life kan? Easy. So this company that you are going, make sure you know what is your vision and mission. That's very important. But the rest is kurang important, but you can remember. Cannot remember? Tulis kecil-kecil next to your certificate. Tulis note yang stick pad tu. Letak kat tepi. That means your research is there. If I'm the interviewer, I don't think I akan marah. Oh, budak ni, okay. You're well prepared. You know what you're doing. Okay. And before you go in, make sure you do some relaxation technique. Aziza shared deep breathing. Breathe in, breathe out slowly. So when you have oxygen in your brain, you won't blank out. Okay. And one more very important is positive self-talk. Aku ni tak best lah. Asyik fail je. Before you go in, you already kill yourself. From the moment you step into the interview, not the room. You go in the waiting room, it's already important. Mungkin when you're waiting, the MD walk past. Then the MD look, hey, I like this person. You already plus one. Or when you go out, somebody drop a piece of paper ke nota, let's say the manager drop and you dah habis interview kan, dia jalan and you are behind, so you pick up, say sir, this is the note you dropped it. Okay, who knows, that might be the passing point for you. You rasa, alamak, you tak tahu dapat ke tak, then don't care lah. But that moment when somebody see you walk in, until the moment you step up, that is your interview. Bukan saja duduk dalam bilik dengan interviewer. Okay? Faham tak? During the interview, it's okay to pause, but don't pause too long. Jangan sangat. Don't. Sebab tak cukup tidur. The night before, make sure you sleep well. Wake up early, dress up yourself, feel your best, then go for the interview. Jangan keluar kabut, make sure you go there early. Okay? For now, that is the opening. Later, we'll go in straight into more. Let's have a short break, have tea, and then we'll continue with the details. Alright?
Okay.
Dengan sikit je kan? Okay. Now we go straight into what we are supposed to share today. Mastering interview, conquering the nerves. Okay. Share with you some important tips. Today we have very short time, so I'm going to compress whatever I want to share with you into 1 hour. Alright? The thought of the interview can still feel nervous. Both you and the interviewer, like I told you just now. So never think that you're the only one nervous. The interviewer is also nervous. When you apply for a job, normally, what do you think? The company will think, what is it that you have that I need? Correct? And for you, what the company is offering that you can accept. Right? Sometimes our target might be so high and you might go a little lower just because you're desperate. Is that good? Are you job seeking or job shopping? Maybe you should consider job shopping. When you go shopping, what do you do? Especially when you find, okay, example, Apple. Beli Apple straight ke or you belet-belet? Belet ke? Belet-belet kan? So, for job, it should be job shopping. Okay? Why do you do job shopping? It must be something that you feel comfortable and you can give your best. Right? Don't go job grabbing. Grab je. Right now, we might be losing our job right now because of retrenchment. What I want you all to do is do job shopping instead of job grabbing or job. The word is also job seeking, but do job shopping. That is the best. Go through all, apply. That is suitable for you only. Right? Then you will feel happy. Then you'll be able to answer. And all your nervousness won't be there because it fits your self, your qualification, your knowledge, your experience. So when you apply, make sure you study. See? You study the job post and learn what kind of position the team needs, the company needs, the principle, the goal. So when it fits you, you won't be nervous. Right? Okay. Like I shared with you just now, being an interviewer is also a tall order. It interviewing receptionists, for example, I shared with you just now, it's also very tough, although it's interviewing a receptionist only. Okay, let me share with you, 6 years ago, I think, I interviewed 4 receptionists. One receptionist looked very pretty, but cannot speak. Very pretty. First impression, oh, she's so suitable for our front counter, but she cannot speak and she cannot answer basic question. So that is also out. And then next, she is a little bit chubby. Maybe I would prefer a prettier applicant, a little bit chubby, but she answered the phone and the questions perfectly. So she got the job. Same thing for you. Try to dress up properly, but the answering is most important. Your confidence and the way you are prepared. These two are your friends. Being confident and prepared. These two are your weapons. Other than that, other things doesn't matter. Okay, what makes a great interview? The notes are, all this is already printed for you. You can go back and read. I mentioned just now, fully prepared, sorry. Fully prepared. We have discussed just now, fully prepared means researching about the company, not hantam saja pergi. Yay! Tomorrow I'm going to interview. Let's go. Without doing anything. You will be killing yourself and also bengang inside the room. If you don't do any research, go saja. The panel, the GM all sit here, they ask you, sit there, best dia interview ni tapi tak boleh jawab. Killing yourself kan? Opportunity lost. They won't be calling you back again, already out. No second time. Normally, no second time. Out of the pool, they pull you out. Opportunity given, not prepared, out. They won't take back again. So always prepare. Okay. Personal pitch, which is the most important thing, SWOT. Just now when we discussed well prepared, how to prepare. Now we will study strength, weakness, opportunity, threat. Inside the list, I have given you a format. I'll show you later. That is how you will prepare for here. See? Well prepared. How? Not only research, prepare yourself as well. Okay. Is it okay to show off a little bit? Is it okay to show off? Or must be humble? Is it okay to show off? The way how you show off. This time, during the interview is where you show off. That is your moment. Whoever sing here will know. Okay, like whoever sings on stage, that is your moment given to you. And how do you feel when you sing? Farah, how do you feel when you sing? Alright? You feel good, right? The opportunity given to you means you must prepare. The stage is yours. How do you prepare? You practice, right? You know your strength, right? Same thing. You must know where your strength is, your weakness is, your opportunity, your threat. Okay, never mind. Yeah? This one is broken into two, internal and external. Internal is the strength you have when you can build and you can enhance, like your knowledge, what else? Your experience, you build, right? Weaknesses, this one you can resolve and reduce. Opportunity is external, outside. These two. Sorry. Okay. This two is external, this two is internal. Things in your mind and physically. Okay. Similar to singing just now. Before you go on stage, you have confidence, you will practice and practice and practice. When you go on stage, you don't go off pitch, right? Even you go off pitch, there's a music backup, right? So when you go for interview, if you don't know what you have, you can never answer. Never answer. Okay. Do you know your strength? Frankly, do you know your strength? Sometimes we just ignore. For example, like me, I've been working here for so long. Ask me what's my strength. Alah, tak apalah. Buat apa? Don't care lah. I do my job today, tomorrow, next month, 1 year, and it passes until 30 years. Do you know your strength? I never thought about it, but I know it's there. But now that I will be leaving, do you think I think of my strength? Do you think I should think of my strength? Same as all of you. Do you think of your strength? Where am I good at? Saya bagus kat mana ni? I detail ke? I do work cincai-cincai ke? I do filing bagus ke? Okay, take out a piece of paper. For now, later there's a format for you. Think of your strength. What will make you stand out from the rest? Things that you never think before. Strength. What do you do well? What unique resources you can draw on? What do others see as your strength? If you cannot see yourself, ask your neighbor. Okay, Zania can ask Hasrin. Hey, kekuatan saya apa What's my strength I bagus buat apa? Sometimes you cannot see yourself. Very meticulous, I kemas, I'm very detailed, I follow up. You yourself might not be aware. If you can think of, bagus. If you tak boleh, tanya kawan. Kawan yang sudah kerja lama dengan you. Or you can even ask your boss. Maybe you can ask Mr. Lim. Mr. Lim ambil saya masa interview. Mr. Lim masa last time dan sekarang, I punya strength apa? Ask him. Go back and ask him after the training. Weakness. Similar to strength, weakness is also important. What you know, you can improve. If you know your weakness, procrastination. Tak habis tak apa, besok buat. Ini tak penting, tak apa, besok buat. Benda tu bertimbun. Filing, kalau malas lah, ini tak guna one side. That is a weakness kan? Betul tak? Malas filing is a weakness. If you file properly, things might not be important for you, might be important for another department. So when you file, another department come. Okay, contoh. This document I pass to you. Tak apalah, tak sini. Next week dah sampai sini. Then your boss ask, that last week I gave you that document mana? Mana tak tahu dah. That's your weakness. Dah jelas-jelas depan mata dia. Tak boleh kontrol kerja sebetulnya, sepatutnya. Weakness is also the same. If you cannot see yourself, ask your buddy. Orang yang telah lama kerja dengan you or ask your boss? Will you ask? Will you ask? Segan, malas. Oh, tak apalah, tak payahlah. Keluar training rumah, habis. But I would suggest, I would encourage you to ask. Some things if you know yourself is fine. If you don't know, ask. For me in HR and for you in ISP, I won't know what is your weakness or your strength. But the person who works next to you will know. I would suggest you ask. Okay, and jot down. That will help you a lot. Okay. Okay, opportunity. Like just now, opportunity and threat is luaran kan? What are the opportunities? Job opportunities. Keep your eyes open. Read. Tanya kawan, baca news, baca internet. That's the opportunity. And what's the trend now? The current trend is AI. I pandai tak AI? I pandai guna tak? Kalau tak pandai, what must I do? Betul? Everybody knows what's AI, right? Artificial intelligence. Like ChatGPT. Kerja yang you can do in half an hour, you can even complete in 10 minutes. Betul? Drop a memo, tak pandai, English pengalaman, you can ask. But make sure you customize. Jangan take, paste, take, paste. Sekali you submit, yang apa ni? AI is to help you not to take over your job. Otherwise, they don't need you. Okay? Threat. What could harm you? Sorry. Alah. Threat. What's your competition doing? What threat? Imagine you are a senior staff and you have a junior staff. And you kerja sambil level saja. You don't do anything to improve yourself. Just sit and do nothing. Just do what you have to do. The junior staff come in, they do everything that you do and even more. Do you think she's a threat? She's a threat, right? So what to do? Continue to improve yourself. And as a new staff or a new person who's going for interview, never stop learning. Let's say AI. If you know AI, it's not only AI. AI, there's a chat 4.0. It's always improving. Do you stop as knowing that only? No, right? Go on. And if you can take a course, improve yourself. Take a course. Wang yang perlu belanja, belanja. It is for yourself. Because nobody can teach you everything. Go for a course, practice, become your experience. Just now I mentioned personal pitch. What is personal pitch? Personal pitch is when you sit in front of the interviewer, that 5 minutes is your pitch. What you say is how the person decides how you are. There are a few methods. Yeah. Normally when you go in, they ask you, what you will do? Introduce your name. What you do? Highlight your skill kan? For example, Sana, can you be my side lady and do for me? Tak ada macam saya tambah. Aku kuat. Tak payah malu lah.
Saya sebut nama saya Miki lah.
Boleh.
I am Zahid Hamidi, a marketing professional with over 5 years of experience in digital marketing. I excel at creating data, traffic marketing strategy that increase brand awareness and drive sales. My unique ability to combine creativity with is currently seeking new opportunity to leverage massive in a dynamic and innovative company.
Okay. For example, if you prepare your personal pitch and then you hafal and you go in, the person asks you, tell me about yourself. You read or you cakap. You tend to hafal kan. You kencuk perut lah. I tak ingat, I hafal aje lah. And then when you warming up macam tu, the person, I will tangkap this person ni hafal ni. So, if possible, you can write, but try not to hafal. Practice and practice and practice. That's why the importance of practicing. Must practice. Nobody go for interview without practicing. No matter pandai macam mana pun, you still have to practice. And from now until, some of you might be until December, some of you might be until September 20 kan. Practice. You must practice. Tak payah malu, practice. Don't have a friend to practice, can call anybody, can call me, I can be an interviewer. Practice. Okay, there are five methods I think. This method is STAR method. Situation, task, action, result. If they ask you a question, describe a challenging situation you face. For example, this is a question asked. You see in front, the person sit here. I noticed you're working for Panasonic for 15 years. Can you describe a situation you face in Panasonic? Kau jawab. Blank out. You work 15 years and you blank out. Can you say, excuse me, sorry, I need a little bit time to think. I need a breather. Okay tak? Tak okay kan? Sebab you dah kerja 15 tahun. Can you say that? Cannot. You must craft your storytelling. Your storytelling must be ready. Storytelling. Everybody must have a story. You must have a story. Aziza must have a story. Zanya a story. How you do the story? Situation, task, action, result. Remember, start. Each of you, please go back. Situation. Task. Action. Result. Okay, Cora, can you read for me the example?
In this role, I was tasked with including social media engagement for product. By developing the targeted content strategy and collaborated with influencers, we increased engagement by 50% and generated 10% increase in sales within the first month.
Thank you. You see, imagine if now I were to ask you when the interview, then I ask you, Farah, thank you for coming, can you describe a challenging situation you face in Panasonic? Okay, think of a situation in service part. What is your challenging situation? Think of it, write down. Maybe kerja paksa, insufficient delivery ke? Okay, think of your situation in service part. What you have to do? How will I ask you to do? What action you took? And what were your results? And the results normally must have angka, so become very impressive. Let's say PCB board. Kita cari example lah. Example, PCB board shortage. Okay, production kejap. Production kejap. Then what you must do? What you must do? What do you do? Do you experience it? Syafina? Ada? Oh, siapa? Azira. Do you face this problem in service part? Give me a situation, ada?
Situation recently, supply cannot supply because of UL.
EOL. Okay. Parts. Delivery. Then what's your task? Your mission. What you have to do?
Nego dengan customer.
Nego. How about nego or you nego? Or she assigned to you lah. Yes, okay. Action. Call. Email. Okay. Email. Bagus. Ada follow up tak after email?
Kena follow up sampai dia agree dengan kita punya nego.
Continue lah. Result? Tak ada result.
Usually sama ada customer cancel the order or kita kena cari part baru. Replacement.
New parts. Oh. This one you mention another one.
So you cancel or cancel. Masa order.
Is there a deadline? Within how many days?
Usually kena before end month.
Before a month. Okay. Before and month. Okay. Now you have a story. Your story, right? So when they ask, describe a challenging situation at the workplace. You have a story to tell. Same thing like everyone else. You can say, sorry. When you are in a new place, tell your story. When you tell your story, they know it's real. You say in my workplace, I experienced this, there were parts problem delivery, and my boss assigned this task to me. I have to negotiate with customer, and what I did was I emailed and I continuously follow up until I get an answer from them. And this is normally within 1 week. We are able to settle by getting new parts or replacing an order with a new parts. You have a story. So you know, there's something to say. So find your story. So as you prepare, find your story first. This is in your preparation list. Find your story. This method is really very powerful. And this story can be used for other questions. Later I'll share with you. I'll give you 30 questions. I'll give you 30 sample questions for you to take home. There are 30 questions, but they are blanks. This story can be input into the question. For example, how do you handle stress and pressure? Can you describe a time when you work as part of a team? When you have a story in your mind, you won't go blank. Believe me, when you have a story, you won't go blank. If you have 2 stories, it won't matter. If you have 3 stories, it won't matter. You have worked how many years? Let's say even 2 years. You will sure have a story. This story is most important. This is one method. Huh? Next method. No. See, barang Shopee. Barang Shopee. Okay. Another method is PAR method. Okay, remember just now was story method, huh? Find your story. PAR method is problem action result. Also the same. Same or not? What did we do? Sharpness, did we do?
Our team faced a significant drop in customer satisfaction score. I implement a new feedback system to identify pain points and introduce target training for customer service staff. As a result, our satisfaction score improved by 30% within 3 months.
Okay. You notice there's also a story. Every person there's a story. This story starts with the problem. What happened? Customer satisfaction dropped. And then what was that? Action. Implemented a feedback system. And then improved by 30%. Same thing for you. What's the story? For example, ISP. Stream. Problem you see. Shipment problem. Japan. What if production cannot supply enough finished good? What happens? Example. Okay, let's go real life example. Production delay. Okay, action. Do nothing. What do you do? Action. Check production. How? How? Check production from your desk or go to production? Gemba. Okay. Gemba. What do you implement? Do you implement anything? Check today, besok lupa. Follow up. How you follow up? Ada check sheet ke apa tak? Email. How? Tidak. Yes, jumpa supervisor. Okay. Close here. Result. Ada result. No result. How long? How long? Okay. By asap but not good enough. Not impressive. Within 23 days. 3 days. 2-3 days. Oh, good. Okay. So there goes. Hasrin, that's your story. The same thing, the same first you explain yourself. Hasrin, thank you for coming for this interview. Can you tell me about yourself and maybe share what you face, what problem you face at your workplace? Okay, tell the story. You tell the story, I mean, charge of ISP, controlling shipment. During peak season, production faced delay because shortage of part. So what I did was, I regularly go to production, I did Gemba check. If you don't know what's Gemba, you explain what's Gemba, and then you follow up with the supervisor, then you have a target. Yeah. Very impressive, right? Rather than you sit and what did I do? Buat apa Have your story. Your story is what will help you. Seriously. One story, two story, three story. All the story must be in your head. And it must be not read out. It's okay to prepare, but make sure it's easily keluar daripada you. Okay? Another method. Siti Nurhaliza. Siapa nak jadi Siti Nurhaliza? Carry for me. Is that? Siapa? Azira. Siti, apa Siti?
My goal is to have information and efficient project management within a cooperative organization.
Thank you. This is a very popular question. Can you briefly introduce yourself? Will make you go blank, right? If you're not prepared. You have worked here for minimum 2 years or so. You are in Panasonic, multinational company. You will go blank. If you work 30 years like me, if I don't prepare, also I'll go blank. Or if you don't prepare, it can happen to anybody. You see how she believes Siti Nurhaliza. Yeah. Okay. Hi, I'm Nur Syafiqah, a seasoned HR executive, handling 17 MPs. What do? I handle their expatriate documentation with a proven record and no complaint from them. I have also, ini impromptu I have successfully managed their family housing, and my goal is to ensure that there is no complaint or any problem with immigration matters. Okay, that's my story. So for you, what I want you to do is think of what you do best. That's another story. Just now was start, part, and what you do best. How you can impress the interviewer with your most, share your experience and share your career objective. Okay? It is an easy question but difficult to answer if you do not prepare. Okay. This is a template which is also in your handout. Simple, and I hope it will help you. I drawn this up. Follow accordingly when you go back. Your title, the job title. Use this worksheet to systematically articulate your key achievement, ensuring you effectively highlight your skill and contributions during interview or performance review. Your title, your your position, your job description, describe your situation, explain, action, result, skill demonstrated. This will help you draw up your story. And maybe keep your mind thinking in a systematic way. Go back and feel this. How do I feel this? I know you will be asking, well, how do I feel this? This is an example. This person is a IT project manager. Alright? What he did is he implemented a new IT system for a major client. The client needs to upgrade the IT infrastructure to improve operational efficiency and reduce downtime. And then the task, how did the person do it? Responsible for planning, executing, and closing the project. And then what were the actions? Assemble a cross-functional team. Okay, so on, so on, okay? Same thing for you. Think of your job accordingly. When you come to the end, you will have the learn process here. And it will be your story. This one, remember it in your mind. This is another example. Line leader. This one I did for the other batch. Because they ask me, line leader, Kak, susahnya line leader. Macam mana nak tulis? Line leader. Improve line efficiency. Right? They might think they are operator. Tak penting lah, line operator je, line leader je, nak buat apa? So, if you go systematically, you can correct, block. You can extract, identify the causes, the root causes, then conduct analysis, increase efficiency by 20%, reduce downtime by 30%, and fulfill by 15% recognition from senior management. Okay, from that, what is the skill? Sorry. Skill. Manufacturing, problem solving, training, development, and then what did she learn? Insight, importance of continuous improvement and proactive readiness. Okay, now this is in English. I know your problem is the same as the other group. If you think in Malay and write in English, you don't do that. You don't think in Malay and write English? You do, right? I do also. It's okay. Use that empty form, write in Malay. Translate it into English. And easy to understand and easy to say. You don't need to write in bombastic English. Don't think when you go for interview. This one must be prepared. I encourage you to prepare this. This is what I prepared for the line leader. They said it in Malay, I prepared it in English. I didn't ask them to memorize, but to menghayati. So when you come, it's easy to say. It is hers, and she can say it easily. Same thing for you, if you are in ISP planning, do that for yourself. You are in PE, do that for yourself. Your story, you won't go blank. Believe me, you won't go blank. You have the story. Okay, line supervisor. Just now was line leader kan? Who can read for me? Orang can read for me?
Improve production line efficiency by 40%, reduce downtime by 30%, resulted in significant cost savings, implemented lean manufacturing techniques such as 5S and Kaizen to streamline operations, introduced a performance tracking system to monitor productivity and identify areas for improvement.
Things in Panasonic, things that you do, 5S, Kaizen, lean manufacturing, we have already forgotten, right? We do it every day, but we think that it's not important. But for a new company, it is very important. What is 5S? Make sure you know what's 5S. If you mention 5S, make sure you know what's 5S, right? These things can be put into your sharing. I did 5S, I did Kaizen, I did QCC, I know about PDCA. You remember what's PDCA? Plan, do, check, action. Okay? That is a key activities mostly for Japanese company. So if you join Japanese company or you join an American company, PDCA is still usable. Plan, do, check, action. Actually applies everywhere. Must do, must plan, and you do and you check. You carry out your whatever your activities. Like I mentioned just now about interviewers. Do you think the interviewers are nervous? Yes, right? They have to get ready questions, like how I did for the 30 questions. So I think we will really get this question. Is this question relevant? If I ask them this question, will I get the best candidate for the company? They are nervous, believe me, they are nervous. But because they are in a different platform, they are the deciding factor, but they are equally nervous. Whatever way you answer in the interview room is how you project the result of your interview. If possible, jangan answer keluar kabut. You have prepared, right? The time is yours. Take your time to think and answer properly. And do not tell a lie. If you didn't do means you didn't do. If they ask you, have you done this? You say yes. And if you say yes, they will ask you further and you cannot answer. Then you already jagat yourself. Go inside and they ask you, alamak, tak tahu nak jawab, habis. But normally they won't lah. I don't think they will do that to you. But try to be honest. If you have not done it, don't say you have done it. You can say, I'm willing to take up the challenge, I'm willing to learn. But don't say you have done it. There was a just now. Ask interviewer to repeat the question. For fear of misunderstanding question. Listen to them attentively. When you sit in front, you sit straight, right? You lean forward. Or you sit like this. Body language is very important. Extremely important. Normally you sit straight, lean forward a little bit, and angle. Right? If you put it here, you see here, right? Forward a little bit, angle. And smile a little bit. Jangan smile macam orang gila. Smile too much also a problem. Smile a little bit, a sweet smile. Friendly. Okay, a smile will lighten the mood. Mungkin the interviewer masam je. Masam, sometimes they want to point their look. Biar you takut kat saya. I don't want to smile. But when you smile, contagious kan? You smile a little bit. Okay, dia kan terikut smile. When the atmosphere is a little bit friendly, then you become comfortable. The interviewer pun comfortable. Smile a little bit. Jangan masam je. That is the same thing. Sorry, tak ada. The first one, be honest about yourself and your background. Let the interviewer know your strong point. Be truthful when they ask you your weak points. So remember the table SWOT, you already know your weak points from your friends or from your boss. So that will be your answer for some of the questions. Tell me your weaknesses. How are you going to answer that? Tell me your strength, tell me your weaknesses, what you're doing about it. Those are regular questions, which I will also ask. Do you know how to answer? Tell me about your weakness. Out? Blank out. No, no blank out. You have your story, right? Okay. I asked you a few questions just now about weaknesses and strength, right? Here are 30 questions. Top 7. Tell me about yourself. Why do you want to work here? What are your strengths? What are your weaknesses? Why should I hire you? Describe a challenging situation at work and how you handle it. Where do you see yourself in 5 years? Those are regular HR questions. How do you handle stress and pressure? Can you describe a time when you work as part of a team? What motivates you? For me, these are the top 10 questions. Well, there are 30 here. The answers are here, but it's not the actual answer. I'm Zainia. I have 15 years, I have 25 years of experience in ISP. I have a strong background in what you do. I'm very passionate about what's your interest, and I'm very excited to have this opportunity to work with which company. Okay, this is only a ranker. And for your weaknesses, one area I'm working on is, okay, what's your weakness? Tell me one weakness. Malas. Cannot say malas kan? Cannot say malas kan? You're in a new job. Can you say malas? No. Let's see how. For me, okay, I share with you. When I went for interview with Panasonic, my director asked me, Jenny, can you tell me what's your weakness? I didn't prepare for this question. I said, I cry easily. I'm sorry, I cried easily. And I actually cried. And then the director asked me, oh, so what are you doing about it? Why do you cry easily? You ask the person to ask you. The person, you already say you cry, right? Your weakness. You ask the person to ask you. So this answer will trigger the next question. So how did I answer? So I told him I cry easily, especially during farewell. After you know a person so long, I will cry easily. I said, oh, okay. Then this relationship very important for you. I said, please. Stop. Ask baik. You say baik. Okay, think of your weakness, but don't jerat yourself. Your weakness that you can answer what's your weakness and what you're doing about it. Okay? Next, okay. That part you can go through. If you don't know, you can ask me. Later I'll show you a video which how this Mak Saleh lady answers our question. I think it's quite interesting. If we have time, I'll show you the video. For now, we jump to body language. Your gesture is your movement, facial expression, your posture, and your eye contact. Do you look at the interviewer? You tenung interviewer. Tenung. Tenung tak? Tengok tak? Kita tengok bawah. Tenung. Curi tengok. Tengok sikit lah. Tengok bawah. Tapi jangan. Eye positioning very important. You see up left, I think, is equal. If the interviewer knows NLP, they know it's equal. If you see straight, see left, see right. I will share with you, I'll email to you the eye positioning. Later after this, I'll email to you. Eye positioning and what it means. It's not here, I will email to you. Posture. Sit straight. Slouching. Slouching is macam itu. Slouching. Duduk tak betul lah. Relax itu ke, terkangkang ke. Perempuan biasanya duduk macam mana? Ini okay. Jangan pakai kasut macam ni Don't wear this shoe. This is too selesa. Pakai yang ada tumit at least 2 inches.
Dia pun tak boleh.
Okay. Don't pakai crocodile ke crocs ke. Kalau dah kerja tak apa. Kau for interview pakai yang tumit tinggi 2 inch. Duduk sopan. Lelaki boleh lah kangkang tapi jangan kangkang tinggi. Kan? Biasa macam ni okey lah lelaki. Tapi dah lelaki sengat. Perempuan sopan lah. Kalau macam ni nanti sini sakit lah. So just like that lah. Breathe in slowly. Nervous memang nervous. Mungkin menggigil. Tapi if you breathe in slowly, you takkan menggigil. Hands kat mana hands? This part is your power area. Here. So when you answer your interview, you can move your hand. Some person ask me, some participant ask me, Kak, tangan nak gerak ke apa? Okay, ask me one question. Tell me about yourself. Ask me. I'm Jenny and I've been working here for the past 32 years on HR. Tangan kat sini I'm Jenny. I've been working here for the past 32 years. I'm attached to HR and I work with a group of people. Okay. Tangan kat sini dengan tangan bergerak, which is better? Tangan gerak sikit kan? This is your space. If you duduk straight, you will tend to macam takut. Gerak sikit but not out. Jangan sampai mengepak Here, this box is your power area. Yeah. So gerak sikit. Reading material. If you have your notes that you prepared in the waiting room, have it read it about the company that you're going for interview. Read the notes kan, and jangan kepo. In the interview room, maybe the other people ada yang goreng hidung ke, jangan tengok. Don't. Just read your notes. You sit down, then you can read your notes. Don't play with your phone, because your phone is gonna hurt you. Don't play with your phone. Concentrate on the interview with your notes. Kalau tak ada notes, relax, calm breathing. So orang kiri kanan ke, kalau accident, apa ni? Apa ya? Don't. Try not to be kepo, because everybody is observing you. And smile, like I said just now, smile and make eye contact. Eye contact, I'll show you the eye pattern. I'll send to you. Do you shake the hand? Do you shake the hand? If you want to hulur, perempuan mungkin nak boleh lah salam. If lelaki hulur, shake lah. Right? That is individual lah. But if guys, you shake. If guys you shake. But jangan shake lah boleh. If guys, they hulur, guy and guy maybe you can shake. If perempuan dengan lelaki, you don't feel like you can put your hand on your chest. Okay? Sit straight, lean forward a little bit, and show that you are engaged. Eye contact, consistent eye contact, but not staring. No, staring is watching you. Okay, a little bit rude lah. You stare, tengok gitu, a little bit rude. Don't do that. Facial expression, smile and show interest. Like I said just now, hand gestures are natural. And not over gitu lah. Feet flat on the ground. You can cross the ankle and nervous lah. Mana ni? Don't do that. Don't do that. Okay? Guys lah, perempuan jarang tak? Anybody do that? You all do that? Like yeah. Try not to. If you do, try to stop that habit. Speak clearly and a moderate pace. If you speak too fast, slow down. Practice, 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 practice. Everything needs practice. I'm saying again and again, you need to practice. You think you know, but actually you don't know. You think you know it's correct, but you don't know. Unconsciously, wrong things will come out. So you need to practice. When you practice, it becomes natural. Like singing. Right? Like singing. When it's natural, automatic all this akan hilang. Akan hilang. Natural. One interview, mungkin takut. Second key form. Nombor 4 dah dapat kerja. Interview lagi. Tapi masuk, you still have KPI interview, promotion interview, same thing. Still got interview. Still takut. But you can use the same method. You have your story. Tell me about your achievement in ISP. Let's say you're going to get promoted to be manager, right? You still have the interview. So the same criteria all apply. When they ask you, you don't know, you can still not. Don't buat bodoh je lah. Oh, okay, itu. Angkut sikit-sikit. And mirroring the interviewer's posture. This is actually, this one, second one. This one. What does it mean by this? Mirroring. What the interview will you do? Then they sort of relate and say, okay, stay. You are the interviewer. I am the interviewee. You are interviewing me. You do something. You what action can you do? Ask me what question lah. How long have you been working here? Here about 30 years. what she's doing, go and copy. Just now she was touching her face, right? So she was like that. I'm not at the table lah. What she's doing, those simple gestures, if you can, tiru. So you can feel, indirectly the person akan feel related. You try in the office with Lim also, tiru sikit-sikit, jangan tiru sampai mendadak. Kalau sikit jangan lah. Simple. That's mean mirroring the interviewer's posture. Simple but not so obvious. Then open palms. This is no, don't do this. Don't cross your arms, never. Then show your palm if possible. Negative, crossing arm and crossing leg. Look at your watch and your phone, macam tak sabar je. Sabar je. Then for those not wearing scarf or wearing scarf, jangan main dengan rambut ke. Masa tu lah you nak adjust ni pin tak betul lah, tak betul. Don't do that. Make sure you go to toilet, kemaskan diri, mandi, jangan tak mandi. Everything is perfect. Then you don't fidget. Everything is just nice for you. Okay. Somebody asked that day, do I handshake after? Handshake tak? One guy asked that day, Kak, nak salam tak? That depends on the interviewer. Kalau interviewer yang garang nama pos, tak pegang tangan, you sibuk pegang pun dia tak pegang kan? So observe the interviewer's body language. Thank you very much. Thank you very much for your time. Kalau dia puluk, okay? All the time be polite and professional with anyone you meet on the way out. Like I mentioned just now, from the moment you walk in until the moment you walk out again. That is very important. For example, I come for interview in Panasonic, and then Dinesh was walking in front of me. The security manager was walking in front of me, and I'm the interviewer. He dropped his key. I so happened he's in front of me. I pick up the key and I pass it. Sir, you dropped your key. Say, oh, thank you. So I call up kan. So mungkin I already failed my interview. Okay? And then Dinesh go back to HR and said, who's that lady just now? Oh, she's applying for receptionist. But she didn't make it. She couldn't answer this question. And you will see a good point for me because I was very courteous, right? I'm a receptionist then. At that time, because I panicked, I couldn't answer. Then he said, I think she'll be a good receptionist. Why don't we give her a chance? Say, oh, okay. Anyway, the candidate just now out of 5, all 5 got passed. Yeah, this last one, the lady in blue. Okay. So the moment you walk in until the moment you walk out, I pick up the key for him and gave a good impression, right? I could, my body language and my actions show that I'm different. But because in the interview session, I panicked, I couldn't answer. So whatever happens, the moment you walk in and the moment you walk out, that is your interview. Not only in the room. Remember, if you are going to be hired, you have to prove everything you said in the interview. Alright? Bukan setakat cakap aja, you have to prove. So whatever you say is very important because the interviewers are taking notes. After you lepas HR, maybe you need to interview by the department. Maybe you shortlist, right? So make sure you say what you need to say. Don't say over excessive. Be honest about your skill and what you can contribute. An interview is not a test of your knowledge, but your ability to use it at the correct time. Go, practice. So far, have you all been practicing? No yet. Another question that came to me last week was, Akak, English kita tak boleh lah. Macam mana Kita takut lah, kita fikir bahasa Malaysia. The last group asked me, how interview in Malay or English? Normally it's in English. So practice speaking in English. If people nak marahi Jawa lah, konon nak cakap English, don't care. From today onwards, please start talking English. When you talk, you get comfortable. When you get comfortable, you become natural. Then I go yesterday for dinner. I went for dinner. I go for dinner yesterday. You're not sure grammar betul ke tak kan? But you use regularly, you will know. Go by the sound. I went for dinner yesterday. Right? I had lunch with Zania yesterday. I eat lunch with Zania yesterday. Salah ke? First salah tak apa. Kan Fuson, you know, it goes by the tone, you know. And baca buku. And people say, don't talk English, Jawa, don't care. This is important for you. For now, until you get your next interview, please speak English whenever possible. Very seldom interviews are in Malay. I feel like I can't guarantee, but hopefully if you are comfortable in Malay and you're lucky, interviewer is in Malay, interview held in Malay, perfect. But if in English, you must be prepared and practice. Did you say thank you at the end of the interview? You do, right? Thank you for the opportunity, and you show that you are professional. Thank you very much. And if you fail in the first interview, it's okay. They are job shopping, not job seeking. Put in your mind is job shopping. Choose the best job for yourself. When you work here for so many years, have you ever thought of leaving? No, right? You like Panasonic, you like your friends here, so you never had a chance to go for interview. Betul tak? Never thought of leaving unless you quarrel with your boss. Alah, boss ni malas ah. Then you go for interview. You might have that interview experience. But for the rest who have been here for many years, you don't have the experience. And now what you feel is fear. You shouldn't feel fear because you have all the knowledge from Panasonic. Panasonic making people before making product. Correct? Okay? Okay, lastly, dressing for men. You don't have any men here, tak apa, yeah. For ladies, simple makeup, light makeup. Okay. Sekurang-kurangnya lipstick. If you are not comfortable with maybe other stuff, lipstick at least. Okay. And a little bit rouge skirt, and wear hijab. Make sure it's a soft color. Jangan berbunga-bunga. Preferably lah. If you don't It's soothing to see, nice to see. This is the general interview concept. Not by me, it's general. For other ladies, maybe like to wear a jacket. And you see, notice this lady holding look professional kan? You have your certificate, your qualification all here. Also, power sikit lah. And then your nose also ada selit sikit-sikit. Cuci tengok kan? Then your shoes, make sure 2 inches. Smile. What is this? Ni apa? Oh, handbag. Handbag jangan buat handbag macam nenek ni kan, banyak-banyak barang. For that day, when you go for interview, carry a simple handbag. Not yang berat-berat. Untuk air ada, laptop ada. Lagi besar daripada beg ni. Macam-macam ada kat dalam. Best lah. Interview tak kan? Carry a simple handbag and carry the file in your hand. The file in a nice, not so big handbag. Then go to the toilet, adjust sikit, freshen up yourself before the interview. Kan? Tengok, cantik kan? Sure dapat kerja. Budak ni. Okay. I have shared some of these tips, but it's not guaranteed. Everything in the end will still depend on yourself. This 30 question I'm going to pass to you. Go through it. If you need to ask me, you can ask me. Or you can discuss among yourself. Also, here's a short quiz. There's 15 questions. This quiz is not a test. See how much you know yourself. I'll give you the answer and we'll discuss on it. It takes only 5 minutes. Senang je quiz tu. Kacang. Or we do it together. Okay, let's do it together lah. You tell me the answer. Which of the following is a common mistake during an interview? Not making eye contact? Yes, betul. Pandai. Circle lah. Second one, what should you avoid when discussing your previous job during an interview?
Criticize former employer.
Yes. Can you criticize your previous employer? No. No, why? Why? Because the new employer will think, dia ni kutuk company lama, nanti kalau saya ambil dia akan kutuk company kita. Right? You kill yourself. Number 3, what is an appropriate way to dress for interview? Correct. Jangan pakai jeans, jangan pakai t-shirt, jangan pakai sportwear, jangan pakai flashy. Okay, number 4. How should you respond if you don't know the answer to a question? Yes, exactly. how you would find out. What is a common mistake when answering behavioral question? Yes, correct, exactly. Pandai pala. You know why? When you cannot answer a question, you tend to change the topic. You go elsewhere. The person is in Sarawak, you go to Thailand. You change the topic, habis, until the interviewer pun fed up. Why is it important to research a company before the interview? Yes, pandai. To show genuine interest and tailor your answers to the company needs. What would you avoid doing with your body language during an interview? Fidgeting, yes. Fidgeting and looking at your watch, but nowadays it's fidgeting and looking at your phone. What is the best way to follow up after an interview? Correct. If you write a simple email and say thank you very much for the time, that will make a difference. How should you handle questions about your weaknesses? So go back and think about it, your weaknesses. You don't know, ask your colleague or your boss, right? What should you avoid doing at the end of the interview? Answer is asking about salary and benefit. Okay. There's one question the other batch asked me. Kak, boleh tanya tak salary berapa? How to answer? You're not sure, right? That is when your research is important. You're not sure of the salary range. Research. This position agak-agak berapa? So you have something to answer. If you cannot answer, you can ask back. May I know the range for your position? May I know the range? If they give you the range, you dah agak-agak antara ni dan ni, okay. I'll take the center. Don't give too little. If you put too low, that's it. You go in with a low salary. Then you have to panjat. Right? Just sharing. I came in, my salary was 800 ringgit. And that is the very, very basic. The very basic. Why? Because I didn't research. I was working in a bank, and suddenly somebody came and said, Panasonic having working interview. Nak pergi tak? I went. I didn't prepare. It was a big mistake. I went. I don't know what's the salary range. My salary in the bank was 350. So when the director asked, the HR asked, we are offering you 800. Are you willing to take? Oh, yes. I got the job. But it's far below the market. So what I advise you is research. Look up. You can find all this in LinkedIn, JobStreet. Your position, this amount that you should get. But when you're asked in an interview, if you cannot answer, may I know the range? They will tell you the range and then you gauge from there. Which of the following is a mistake when answering question about your strength? Which one? Being overly humble and not highlighting your strength. During the interview, humble is okay. but don't be too humble, because that is your moment to shine. You have that moment to show who you are. So it's okay to show off a little bit. Jangan terlampau lah. You already know your strength, right? So that's the time when you tell your strength to your interviewer. What is an appropriate way to answer salary expectation question? I told you to answer already just now.
Page.
Providing a specific figure without research. Inappropriate, means what is wrong. So do your research before you go for the interview. Why should you avoid using a jargon or overly technical language in a question? Yeah, correct. The interviewer might not understand is leading to miscommunication. Use simple English or simple Malay. Which behavior could negatively impact your interview? Which one do you think? Correct, exactly. The interviewer belum habis cakap soalan, you dah sampuk. Make sure they finish the question before you ask your question. So from this question, you see B is wrong, right? The other three is correct. So practice the other three. Smile and maintain a positive attitude. Listen carefully and respond thoughtfully, asking relevant questions about the role and company. Right? What is a common mistake when discussing why you left your previous job? Okay. For us, maybe it's the company is retrenched. I was retrenched, and the company has closed, so I have no choice but to leave the company. Right? They say because I quarrel with somebody, I got misunderstand with somebody. Try not to put negative issues into your profile. That ends today's short training. I hope you can help me fill in the evaluation form. Remember star, pa. Remember to craft your storytelling, right? If you have any question after this 2 hours or 4 hours, feel free to come and ask me. I will help you if I can. And if any of you looking out for a job, make sure you do the research about the role, right? And then do your personal pitch. Use the form that I've given you and practice practice your mock interview. That is a must. Must. I'm going to stress many times. I encourage you to practice. Kalau you want to practice in the office, you can practice at home. Ask your son to ask you, or ask your husband to ask you, and then you answer. Or you can even ask yourself in the mirror. Tell me about your weakness. You can see your reflection and gauge your body language betul ke tak betul. Or you can even record with your phone. Remember, you have the tools, you have the knowledge, you have the experience. It's time to use it in your upcoming interview. Alright? All the best, and I'm sure you will get a good job. Nervous lagi tak? Jangan nervous tau. Kalau nervous, that is your... Yes. Memang your enemy. Be confident and be prepared. When you are prepared, memang tak nervous. Confirm. So how to get experience? For interview. Interview dengan saya. Okay? If you all want anybody mock interview, look for me. I'll make time for you. Okay? Offer. And I can also arrange a few others, maybe a panel. Okay? Thank you. Be sure tahu.
Jom balik.